What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. We are on episode 2 of my pro debut series. Today is Saturday, March the 20th, and we are officially 7 weeks out from my pro debut. Hopefully, if everything comes together. So we will see. So today I just kind of wanted to give you an update about what we're doing with my training, cardio, nutrition, kind of everything combined. I started a new training block this week, going into, full 8 weeks before my show. And I'm probably gonna follow this same split and setup clear up until competition. So yeah, basically the past couple of months I've just been kind of playing around with different training programs for myself, just workouts. Most of the time I like to test some of the training programs that I put some of the Boss Bodies athletes on. So this was like a chance for me to write my own training. I sometimes get in these blocks of writing my own training where I just for whatever reason can't do it. So I actually had one of my good friends, Raquel, help me write my split. I wrote the program inside the split, but she wrote the actual split for me. I basically told her what I needed to focus on and how many days I was looking for each muscle group, and she created one for me. Because sometimes honestly just that switch up in your training split is going to help you get through any blocks that you may be seeing. So what I love about Raquel's training is she always combines different muscle groups together that you wouldn't normally think. So it's just kind of a good switch up for me, and then I can just go into the gym and execute the program as I've written it. So Mondays we are doing anterior delt and glute. Tuesdays is a back, hamstring, rear delt. Wednesdays quads, arms, calves, abs. Thursday is primarily medial delt with a back touch up, and took Friday as my active rest day. And then Saturday we're doing glute and ham, primarily hamstring focused, and then tomorrow, Sunday, we're doing a shoulder and glute training. So that's my split that I'm going to be following. All of my main lifts that I'm doing on those days are pretty much going to stay the same leading up until my show, but some of the isolation and accessory work I play with and adjust depending on how my body's responding and how I'm shaping up. So today I started off with some barbell Romanian deadlifts as my main lift. That's one of my favorite movements. Any sort of deadlift I just love. Picking heavy shit up off the ground is so empowering. So barbell Romanian deadlifts, and then I was supposed to do standing leg curls on the cable beforehand to just kind of as an activation exercise for the hamstrings, but I completely forgot to do that. I did my general physical preparedness that I always do before my training and just kind of forgot about the primary activation. So I did that afterwards. It really doesn't make a huge difference for me, but I did single leg curls, and then I did some anterior or step back lunges. Those are a new movement for me during this programming. I have been sticking with deficit reverse lunges, which I love, but just kind of wanted to change it up, do a little bit more of a hip hinge motion to get the glutes a little bit more activated where I need them. These pretty much suck if you're doing them right. So I don't think they're as bad as Bulgarians, but they're also not fun either. So I did anterior step back lunges and supersetted that with just some banded lateral walks. And then I moved on and did some dumbbell stiff leg deadlifts. That's one of my kind of just favorite pump exercises, honestly, for the hamstrings. I really feel them as opposed to doing a barbell stiff leg. And then I also did some single leg hip thrusts, and I also practiced some posing as well. Surprise! One of my major tips to all of my girls is just to start practicing your posing, even if you're just in your gym shoes in between your sets, breaking up your posing routine into different chunks every day and just like working on like one transition over and over to just get that muscle memory. So yeah, that's about it with training. For my training, we just started cutting my calories about a couple of weeks ago. Nothing too major. I think we ended my improvement season at like 350 plus grams of carbs and like 55 plus grams of fat. So really healthy amount. We just started just a small deficit, dropped it down to I think 275 carbs, and then this week we dropped it to 240 carb and added in 10 minutes of cardio. I secretly love cardio. Right now, where my body stands in terms of muscularity on the pro level, we don't want to get muscularity any smaller, so I don't need to be doing a lot of cardio to kind of cut down the legs. So we're moving just to some low, steady state Stairmaster with some just kicking back, alternating on the stairs just to get a little bit of glute activation. I love cardio. Just it makes me feel like I'm in prep, because when I was cutting for my pro going road to pro last year, I think we got my cardio up to like 90 minutes of HIIT training on the stairs. Now, I don't suggest that for anybody because it was shitty, very terrible, but I've been competing for several years now. Casey understood my body, how far I could push, and I've been an athlete my whole life, so she knew that I could handle it and I wasn't going to complain every day. When I ended up turning pro last year, we got my cardio by the time I started competing was down to nothing. So I haven't done cardio in a hot minute. So even just 10 minutes on the stairs just makes me feel so good. So yeah, that's cardio and macros and training. Everything else is going well. And yeah, so I'm gonna show some of my training footage. But if you guys have any questions about what I'm doing 7 weeks out, please comment down below. If you have any questions, or if you just kind of want to know anything else, just let me know what you would like to see on this channel. I'm going to try to do an update at least once a week moving forward going into my pro debut. So make sure you like and subscribe and let me know what you would like to see. And I hope everyone has a lovely day and make it great.